Hey everyone, Adam here. Before we start the show, we just wanted to share a very cool announcement. We've started a Patreon. Patreon.com/FightingFavorites. You can go to Patreon.com/FightingFavorites to join one of our 3 tiers. At the $1 tier is the Support Sluggers. This just allows you to support the show for $1 a month. Every little bit is appreciated. At the $3 tier, we have the Priority Pummelers. This is the tier that will allow you to jump the line of submissions to get your favorite things read on the podcast. In our next recording, as soon as we record next, your things will be included in our list. And finally, at the $5 tier, we have the Shoutout Smasher tier. At this tier, we give you a custom shoutout at the end of each show. And that's everything we have going for us over on the Patreon so far. But we've set ourselves a stretch goal that once we hit 50 paid patrons, we will start releasing exclusive extra episodes for all our paid members, which would be so fun. So go ahead and head over to patreon.com/fightingfavorites to learn more. And any and all donations will be extremely appreciated. And that's it. On with the show. Welcome to Fighting Favorites, the podcast that feels like being a 2-time gold medalist.
Oh, man. Does that
I don't know.
feel
I
good?
don't know. But Stacy does.
I like to laugh when I'm not supposed to. I think a sunset's best with the pink hue. I love to dance and I like fondue. But my favorite thing in the world is talking with you.
Get out my other medal, just for all those that aren't watching.
Yeah.
Wow.
All our watchers for the podcast.
Whoa.
Wow.
I don't want to blind you guys here with all this.
Yeah. Whoa.
Whoa there.
What does that feel like, Stacy? I as
have
somebody
never
who
been more
has
proud of
exactly
myself.
0 gold medals.
Yeah, could you paint us a picture? Just like walk us through the.
You guys, it was so glorious. I'm not kidding when I say I cannot think of a time I've genuinely been so proud of myself. I've been proud, oh, good job, you tried that out, but you didn't make it. But you tried. But to do something and be very successful at it.
Wow.
Oh, that's happened twice, I guess.
Okay.
Not once, but twice.
Only success in Stacy's
But
life.
this one was just so much better than the first. It felt so much more well-deserved. It was...
For
Man,
all
it
those
was
wondering, Stacy just won a weightlifting competition.
Powerlifting.
I just realized we
Yeah.
didn't say
That's
anything.
true.
But
That's
I mean,
You-
you would know if you follow Stace Face 886.
yeah, you sure
What?
do.
Thank you, Nate.
Go
That's
on.
true. Yeah.
We got to get those beginning of
followers
episode
up.
plugs so that
That's right.
before people have shut us off.
No,
yeah.
Stace, I will say, when we were talking about it, and I
Yeah.
went and looked up the video, I loved how they were announcing third, second, and first, and it was just so funny. After they announced second,
Her
I just see you
face.
go, yes, but I can only see you mouth it, and you were just trying to keep your composure because you knew
was.
that you were in
I
first.
was. I knew. I felt bad that I accidentally celebrated her second place, and that's when I was like,
Yes.
"Woo, you go, girl! You killed it."
Yeah, and then I think you followed it up with a late clap.
I did. I really did.
Oh
Yeah,
man, that's
yeah.
No, but that's exciting. It's like
It
when
was
you know
so exciting.
before it's announced.
I was
Oh
trying to
my
watch her
gosh.
face, and I thought that she was nervous. I thought she was like, "Oh my gosh, did I not even place?" That was
No.
the expression.
No,
that
I was
read.
like, if they call my name right now, that means I didn't win. So I was just like, please don't call my name. Please don't call my name. And then they called
Okay.
her name, and I was like, yes.
That's amazing. Well, that's good. I didn't catch that. I
Yeah.
was trying to read your face, but you played it off very well. Where you,
Yeah.
you
I
know,
gave
but
a real
did.
good woo.
I
Yeah,
didn't
for
know
her.
what kind of competition you were up against. So
In
I don't know
fact,
if
I
you're-
don't think she'll watch this and don't make this part of one of our reels. But
Okay.
she had just started following me when I made the story post where I was like,
Mm.
not me saying yes and then like recovering with a cheer. And I was like, I gotta block her from my story. She can't be seeing this.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That's
I
so
know.
funny.
Well,
It just
huge
shows you
congrats.
how much I've won things in life, you guys, is that I
Man.
didn't hold back when
Wow.
I cheered that she got second place.
Yeah.
I mean, but you put in the work though, you know?
Yeah, I
Did.
I
You've been
think that's
working for
okay to be
weeks.
happy, you know?
Yeah.
that
Oh
you
my
won.
gosh, yeah. Weeks.
Um,
You've been working for weeks.
I mean, well, for this recent I mean, how long had you
Oh
been
yeah,
working?
just months. It's probably like
Months.
3 months specifically for this competition.
Wow.
Wow.
Huge.
Really consistent in the gym
Huge.
for a year now.
Wow. Well, welcome to our podcast, Fighting Favorites. With us today, we have two-time gold medalist,
Mhm.
Stacy Grover. Stacy, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you so much.
Oh, and over here we have the silver medalist in guitar riffs. We
Yeah.
got Nate Van Roosendaal over here.
Wow,
Do you-
Nate.
Are you the gold medalist there, Adam? Of
No.
Yeah,
guitar?
who is gold? Yeah.
I don't know.
John Mayer. Yeah.
It's just we can only have one gold medalist on the podcast.
Yeah.
So
Right.
I
That's
just,
thank you. Yeah.
yeah.
Don't take
John-
my spotlight.
John
today.
Mayer
is
Yeah.
first.
You're right.
We heard it here first. Nate thinks all silver medalists are losers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're not
you know what's
last.
funny?
That was
funny-
his first question. Is just
Well, I thought you were just gonna set yourself up like silver
too.
because
actually thought
somebody's
that. I
on
don't
top. you
ever
know?
done that.
Yeah.
No, but what's funny is they in one of my psychology classes in my undergrad, that was something they had specifically called out, is that silver medalists are more consistently disappointed with their
Oh.
placement than bronze or gold. Because
Wow.
like bronze is just happy to place and gold is
Right.
obviously like the top. And so silver is like
Right.
all
biggest
all
chip
they
on
was
their
so
shoulder.
close.
they see
Yeah.
themselves as like the first loser. And I'm like,
Mm.
how
Yes.
sad is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
That is sad.
I would have felt that way. That's
So
why I
clearly
celebrated
that
with
was just how I felt.
Well, we have first round knockout in a math tournament. Me, Adam
it.
Christensen.
Wow. Adam.
Hey,
wonderful.
but
true
made it to
story,
regionals.
True
Yeah.
story.
Made it
I
to
did.
regionals,
I
though.
beat my
That's true.
school, and then I got to the tournament, and they were all playing the game in a very different way. Where they would, it was like you had to like solve. It was essentially like a math problem on the table, like pretty easy mental math, but you had to like solve it in a unique way, and then you would slap the table when you had the answer correct. But then what I didn't realize was that when I got to the tournament, that kids would slap the table before they solved it and then solve as they were talking. And so I got knocked out pretty quick because I was just
okay.
like, I was not playing the game right. But
I see.
I'm still so smart, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, well, here today we are doing our podcast, Fighting Favorites, which if you've never listened before, what a great episode to start on, because we are not doing the normal thing we do on our podcast, which is normally we take a list of 16 of our favorite things in the entire world, and we try to battle them out to see the thing that we like the best. Today, though,
Not today.
very funny is that, you know, I set out to make a positivity podcast and gratitude and all things good in the world. And
Which you are.
Which we do.
Yeah.
And the most common suggestion I get is people going, you guys should do like really bad things that you hate. And I'm like, well, thank you for your input. So
Hey, you know how you're happy? Stop.
Yeah.
Which, you know, I'm a bit of a sellout. So today we are doing pet peeves, the things that get on our nerves the most. And I am starting out today with 16 of my biggest pet peeves in the world. And we are going to vote to the top the peeviest of the pets.
Ooh.
The
Yes.
thing
The
that
thing-
we dislike the most.
The most.
That's
That
right.
Okay.
gets the most on our nerves. And it doesn't necessarily have to be the thing that is most like life shattering, but maybe the thing that you relate to the hardest,
Like
or the
getting
thing that
second place.
yeah, like the thing that just like gets
Yeah.
on your nerves more
Yeah.
than anything else, because there are things that just
Yes.
grate you the wrong way.
Mhm.
So we're just gonna get started here. In round 1, we have getting interrupted mid-answer with something unrelated to what you were talking about by the person who asked you the question.
That's a good
So
one.
when someone asks you a question and then as
You
you're
start to
answering
answer?
them, they cut you off with something that is unrelated. Drives me up a freaking wall. Number 2, we have having something really funny to say, but too many people are talking and you miss the window.
Oh, those are good.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
These are great peeves there, Adam.
Yeah.
Okay, I think I'm
Okay,
locked
getting
in.
interrupted while answering or not being able to say the funny thing. Okay. Ready, Nate? 3, 2,
I am.
1. Interrupted.
Not saying funny thing. Oh,
I
Oh
almost
man.
went with funny, and then last second in
Um,
the counting, I changed it.
yeah, honestly, Stacy, I don't know if this is the same in your family, but I think as a middle child, I think I get talked over more than anybody else. Maybe other people are just like not as sensitive to
Yeah.
it. Maybe that's
Right.
it. But I just feel like I get interrupted so often and it drives me nuts. The funny thing, it doesn't bother me as much. It is something that I'm just like, oh, but it isn't something that I get annoyed with the people. It is
Yeah.
something where I'm like, oh, I had such a
Yeah.
good thing to say, and it's just like, dang it.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna say if we're going peeviest, I'm gonna go with getting interrupted.
Which is funny, Adam, because I feel like
mid-answer.
on the yeah, there we go. I feel like on this podcast, that's pretty much all we do is
Yeah,
literally
yeah.
interrupt each other
Yep.
all the time because we're like, no, I got something to say. I
Yeah.
was on this date recently, and the guy kept doing that. Like I'd
Ugh.
be saying something, and then he'd interrupt me,
Oh,
and it would
yikes.
change the subject.
Oh,
And I got to the point,
no.
I literally sat back and started staring at like off into the distance because I
Ugh.
was like, you obviously don't care what I have to say. It was so frustrating.
Yikes.
I should say too that if you're listening to these things and you're like, Adam, this is you, buddy.
Yeah.
I know.
This is
I'm
all
not
of
saying
us.
I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
saying none of these are things that I never do
Yes.
because
Right.
it is a common thing with ADHD as well, where like if someone's asking a long question or something and you know what they're going to say or how they're going to end the sentence, like you can see
Right.
where they're going.
Yeah.
It's a
You
very
just wanna
common
finish
thing to
it.
just want to jump in and give your answer before they can even. So
Yeah.
it is something that happens to me where I will interrupt people. And Stacy and I were talking about how long-winded I am too.
Woo,
And
is he ever?
I just got a lot to say. So sometimes I do
I
do
like
it.
to
But
check the times on those Marco Polos. I'm like, 18 minutes. I don't got time for that.
Okay. I don't know if that
Yep.
beats the 25-minute one that I got.
I sent Nate a longer one. It was about the
I
podcast.
was
It takes
like,
like 3 days to get through
The
them.
problem, I really should start like just recording myself and then like boiling it down to the points that I want to say and then
delete it.
and then deleting it and
yes.
resending another one because
Yeah.
I do that a lot where I'm like, as I'm talking out loud, new stuff is coming to me and I get so excited about the new stuff that I start talking about that stuff and I'm like, oh,
or
maybe
we should
this
just
and,
have
and I'm like,
a conversation, like
working
a
stuff
phone
out.
conversation.
yeah, we could do that too. you know?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Next up. When someone steals your song while you're singing it. So this is when you're singing a song and someone joins in the song as you're like before you get to the next part of the line, someone like sings the next line like before you can take a breath and get to that part.
that gets to you.
Insane.
Yeah.
Interrupting again.
Yeah.
It's a pet peeve.
Sure.
Okay.
I have so many good stories for all these pet peeves.
I
That's what's so
know, I
funny.
know.
Like, oh man.
Oh man.
Grinds my
Relatable.
gears.
Relatable.
The what it's up against. When what you say is really funny, but it goes over the person's head and they force you to explain it instead of letting it go.
funny in and of itself.
when you're just like, oh well,
Yeah.
it's fine. It's just like a
And they're like,
reference to
"No, no,
something."
no.
And they're like,
Like,
what is
no,
it? No,
yeah.
no. Like, what was it? This? And you're like, no, it was stupid. And they're like, well, I just want to know what it is. And you're like, okay, fine. It was from this. And
yeah.
then they're just like, oh, okay. And then you're just like, yeah,
Yep.
all right.
Okay.
So song stealing versus someone forcing you to explain why something's funny.
Okay, are you ready, Nate?
Yep.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Song stealing.
Oh, do you guys have that happen to you?
It
feel
happened. I want to
Yeah.
tell my story because it's so
Oh.
funny.
Oh man.
One time
Please.
my friend gave me, well, this is going to sound terrible, but anyway,
I think this whole episode's gonna sound
yeah.
terrible.
Okay, she gave me like a quarter of her Adderall. And then we went and sang karaoke. So my rap was on point. Like she was like, you've never rapped so well, but it also made me like kind of irritable. And there was this guy who kept coming in on my songs and ruining them. Like you're saying, ruining them during my karaoke songs. And I pointed at him, I go, don't ruin my songs. I was so mad. And I was like, maybe I shouldn't take Adderall anymore. I'm like, that was a bit of an overreaction. But I was so mad.
No.
Oh,
My
man.
family, we all grew up singing all the time. Like it's like something that's constant in our house, so much that people comment on it whenever they're over, is that we're always singing a song. Like as we're coming through the door, just randomly, we will all break out into song pretty often. And so it's very hard to sing something in my house, especially something that people know, because it happens
Everyone
all the
will
time.
join
Yeah.
in.
We'll
As
just
soon as
join
there
in.
is a like, as soon as I'm like breathing to sing the next line, someone's already singing the next line, and I'm just like, oh, it just like I don't know, it just irks me in a very
Yeah.
specific way. Did we vote on this? I don't think
Yeah,
we
we
did.
did.
No, we did.
Song
Okay,
stealing,
song
yeah.
stealing. Yeah. Okay. Next up, open mouth chewing versus, and this is something that I let Nate in on a little bit. When you're not regular, when your
Oh.
digestive system is just off.
that is a rough pet peeve.
I just had a trip to Boise
is.
with Nate, and the whole time I was uncomfortable.
So
let's just say.
uncomfortable. Yeah.
The
Has
whole
it
time.
gotten better?
happens a lot
Should we
on
not talk
vacation.
about this, actually?
100% better. I'm,
Oh,
I'm
good,
back
good,
on
good.
track.
Woo! Love
but
that.
it was awful. It was
Yeah.
awful.
Yeah.
Oh,
an
what was the
awful
first one?
feeling.
I got distracted by this.
Open mouth chewing.
Oh, okay. Okay, ready, Nate?
It's so funny. I just feel like everything I'm going to say here, people are just going to DM me and be like, hey, you know that thing you hate? That's you.
Yeah.
And that's
Which, you know, I'm
That's
willing
fine.
to.
We can hate the
own.
things we're also
Disclaimer,
bad at.
yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
yeah,
Okay,
I
thank you,
said
Stacy.
we're
Thank
good.
you.
We're all
Yeah.
exempt.
Yes.
It's okay.
All right, I'm ready.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Open
Open
mouth
mouth
chewing.
chewing. Yeah, I really hate, especially when it's quiet and it's just, oh my goodness.
Oh man.
Again, I probably do it sometimes, but
Yeah, I think I'm
grinds my gears.
I think I'm bad with gum. I think because I am a big
Mm.
gum
Yeah, that's what
chewer.
I'm thinking of too.
And
I'm like, I
I
probably do chew
I
with my
think
mouth
I
open
do it with gum a little bit,
Yeah.
but
For me, it
um,
like it got to the point where I'm like, I can't have gum around anymore. So I'm just all mints
Oh.
these days.
Because
just-
you were chewing with your mouth open so much?
no, like I just realized how much I disliked it from other people, and I know that
Oh,
if I chew
okay.
gum, like it just naturally.
You're not aware, right?
Yeah,
all
and
the
so I'm just
time.
like,
yeah.
only way to get rid of this is just not to do it.
I think I am a little bit conscious of it when I'm with people because it does annoy me so much. But I think there are foods that I forget about it. Like cereal really bothers me.
Oh,
apples
cereal really
apples
bothers me.
really bother me. And there's like another like very specific food like really bothers me that I can't think of.
Yeah.
So when I'm eating those, I think I am very conscious of it. But then I'm sure there are other times that I have not been as plugged into what I'm doing.
Mhm.
So
Yeah.
Okay. I do know overall I am a disgusting eater. Like I shovel food into my mouth. It's so bad. It's really bad.
Good to
Anyway.
know.
Okay. We have going really far out of your way to do something for someone and they don't make a big deal out of it.
That's a good one.
Versus people that won't admit that you won with grace and insist that it was due to some other circumstances.
Oh,
So
Oh,
people-
Adam, this is
so-
literally you every
so-
time Nate wins
No!
Wordle.
No!
Every
Seriously.
time.
No,
Seriously.
I'm not saying that Nate won Wordle due to other circumstances.
Yes,
I'm
you're saying he
that Nate
cheated.
cheated.
Hey, that's other circumstances. Nate, I'm on your side on this one, just so you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hence me always congratulating you. I believe
you are so graceful.
Nate
in your
got another
congratulations.
one the other day, ladies and gentlemen. You be the
Oh
judge.
my gosh, my second one in 1,000 games. Come on.
Insane.
this is gonna be your guys' like you'll be 80 and you'll be fighting over Wordle.
I'm
It's
not.
gonna be
I'm
you'll be
literally
wearing
not fighting.
berets. Are you wearing a beret right now?
I will just send.
I can't tell. Oh no, I think it's just folded.
It's just a beanie.
Well, I love berets. I think they're great.
No, there's only one person fighting here, and it's Adam. All
I
I'll
know.
do
I'm
is
not
send the Wordle, and I
I
get back,
know.
you're a rat. You
I
have never
know.
been trustworthy. I know you're cheating. Like, I
called you a
unleash.
street
Yeah.
rat. It was an Aladdin reference.
Yeah.
I know it
It
was,
was-
but
it
it
was
was a
cheeky.
barrage of text, and I was just like, wow,
Okay.
somebody is triggered.
It's
Yeah.
pretty brutal. Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah,
so
okay.
not lose or
It's
not
like watching
accepting.
your parents fight and you don't want to watch it, and you're just like, I have to be here for this.
Yeah.
I'm in the group thread. Okay, so I'm just gonna congratulate Nate.
Thank you. I only sent it in the
yeah.
group because if I just sent it to Adam, he would
I
murder
know. Yeah. Right. Yeah.
It's going far out of your way to do something for someone and they don't make a big deal about it.
Okay.
Versus people that won't admit that
This
you
is
won
Adam
with grace
being pissed
and
every time you win.
and insist it was due to some other circumstances.
Okay,
Here's
I'm
the
locked
thing:
in.
is that I am
No, I'm
also
locked in. I'm locked
I am
in.
also joking
Okay.
about it when I do it. Okay, I'm not being
Sure.
serious.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay,
Uh-huh.
I think our banter's fun, guys.
Is that
Okay,
what it
ready?
is?
Here we go. 3, 2, 1. People
Not
being
losing
grateful.
gracefully.
Wait, is that the same thing you said, Stacy?
No, I said people not being grateful.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting with the man in the mirror.
Jeez, these are tough. Yeah, since you guys, I want this to go away, so I think I'm gonna go with Stacy's thing, and I'm gonna go with
good.
people that don't do that. You go far out of your way to do something for someone, and they don't make a big deal about it. I
Yeah.
recently made like a very big meal, for a large group of people, and it was like I
Was it
did.
chili?
No,
Mm.
I did. Oh shoot! I did brisket, and I did
Wow.
funeral potatoes, and I made a chopped salad, and
Okay.
it was pretty yummy salad.
Yeah.
It was almost more of a slaw than a salad, but it was
Okay.
still very good.
Yeah.
And I was working on it for like a good
All
like
day?
4 to 5 hours.
Yeah.
And I did get like a thank you, but it was like so surface level that I just felt like
Slighted.
slighted. Yeah. Which
Yeah.
is so it's like it's not like I don't know. It is
Yeah.
so like petty to be like they didn't like grovel at
I
my feet.
know,
But it is
yeah.
like but when you like go through so much trouble for something and then
Yes.
someone's just like, "Hey, appreciate you." And you're just
Yeah.
like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah.
I don't know.
Just a quick, hey, thanks. And then they take
Yeah,
the food and
it's
go
just
put it
like-
on the, and you're like,
Yeah, I just all I want is just like, "Oh my gosh, that's so nice," you know? Like
Yeah.
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
It's the difference between that and oh, thanks for dinner. You know,
Totally.
it's that. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right. Next up.
Adam, now that you've mentioned your long-windedness, it's funny every time. It's like, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Kindred
It's why I
spirits,
need
though.
That's why I needed a podcast. I need an outlet
You
to
need
just
to get it out.
talk and talk and talk. Okay.
Yeah.
Next up, we have making a small mistake that means you have to redo everything versus being excited about something you made or did and show it to a friend under the guise of feedback, and they only give you criticism.
Oh. I can relate in
Mm.
my chili cook-off today where I
Yeah.
accidentally added cayenne pepper instead of chili
Oh,
powder, and it
no.
ruined everything. And I was like, I'm not starting over. We are suffering through this.
Oh,
We
okay. I
will
thought you
eat
were
it.
talking about the second thing, but it's
Team,
the
no.
first thing. It's the small.
No.
Yeah, I hate that.
The
Yeah.
small mistake, yeah.
Mm.
Okay.
I should have
think I'm
started
locked in.
over. That's the thing.
Mhm. Small mistake versus being
Criticism.
getting criticism when you just wanted someone to tell you something was cool.
Hmm. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Criticism.
Small mistake.
Oh my
Mm.
gosh.
Jeez, Nate.
You guys are differently peeve coded.
We
Yeah.
are. It's
Oh,
because that one
man.
just
Definitely
happened. I hate
peeve
that.
coded.
Oh, time is so like, even if all I was gonna do was sit around, but when I spend an hour cooking, 2 hours, first I took the hour to look for the ingredients,
Yeah.
and it's like one thing, I read the recipe wrong, and it's all that time just
Yeah.
This happens a
to
lot for me
waste.
with cabinet work, where I will be
Oh.
doing a cabinet and I like measured something wrong, or I did
Mm.
something very small wrong in the very
Yes.
beginning, and then it's like, oh, we have to take this thing apart and like remake everything, and it just like it
Yeesh.
irks me so much. But the second thing is just like, oh, it drives me nuts. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah, when
He
you're
feels
like,
bad
hey,
he
can you tell
hasn't
me what you
sided
think
with
about
you
this? And
yet.
they immediately launch
I think I'm gonna
into
go with the second one because the first one's kind of on me, and I'm like, that's fine. And the second one, I don't have a lot of way to like, I don't know. I don't have a way to fix that, where this actually
Yeah.
happened with our theme song, the theme song for the show. I sent it to a total of like 3 people when it was in like the development phase, right? When I was
Yeah.
making it, and I was like, I think this is like super fun and I like it a lot. I sent it to 2 people and they were just like, I don't really like it. And I was just like, okay. Thank you.
I thought you were about to call out me there, Adam, and I was like, oh
No,
man, what did I
no.
say initially?
I think you said it was fun and poppy and like I think
I did too.
I
I did enjoy it. I do enjoy it.
I sent it to 2 people and they like literally not a single like kind word about it. Like not even like,
Oh
oh my gosh, like how did you
You
like I
made
didn't even
that?
know that you like
Right.
knew how to produce music or anything like that. And they were both just kind of like, yeah, it's not I just think I liked or like I don't even know. It was just like I would
Yeesh.
try something else or something like that. And I was just like, this is such weird etiquette that like if someone sends you something, at least and like
At
even if
least
you hate
sandwich it.
at least
Yes.
do the compliment sandwich.
Yes.
At least do the
Yeah.
compliment sandwich.
Right.
It's insane to just be like, yeah, I didn't
That's
like this
terrible.
thing you made. It's
Yeah.
insane.
Try
I once
again.
ate raw chicken because I didn't want to insult someone's cooking.
I know. I ate hard potatoes one time too because I didn't want to insult someone.
And I didn't like have to compliment them. I was just I just ate it and I was just like, yeah, thank you.
You made chicken.
Yeah. Yeah, this is something.
This
is
is
food.
something to eat.
Yeah, really though. But it was a real
Oh,
comeuppance
man.
because then they showed all their coworkers and all their coworkers really liked it. But like my friend didn't like it. So I was like, okay.
Oh, the
this
song.
is the song, not the raw
Yeah, the
chicken.
song.
I thought you were still talking
We
about
both
the
thought it
chicken.
was the raw chicken. We're like, what?
The raw chicken was
Look at this
disgusting
raw
and I
chicken.
threw
Everybody's
up.
like, that
Yeah,
is
that's
delicious.
great.
I just
so
I was
confused.
just grateful because someone was feeding me, but I
That's
did not say anything.
hilarious.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, totally get that. Criticism stuff.
Yeah, man, I hate getting interrupted, I guess, because this one is getting asked to do something while you're in the flow state. So like while you're just in the zone, you're knocking something out, and then someone interrupts you and is like, hey, can you come do this right now? And you're just like, whoa. And it just throws you off. Or going to the store, getting back, and realizing you forgot to get the thing that was the main reason you were at the store.
Oh boy.
All right, Nate.
Oh man, that's a tough matchup there.
Yeah.
I feel like all the others I was like leaning pretty strongly on, but I hate when I go to the store
It's
I
the
hate
and I come
worst.
back and I was
I
like,
live a half hour away from a store too.
I can
so
only.
it's real
I get
bad.
frustrated. I live less than a mile
I
away.
get so distracted at a store. Do you guys shop? I am a go down kind of every aisle type of a
Yeah.
shopper where I will just kind
Oh,
of like
I
wander.
need to make a list or else
I
I
am not
will
a
forget
mission
something.
guy. And that's
Oh.
so this happens to me a lot where I'm like, I need this at the store. And then I go to the store and I'm just like, well, this is a cool product. And then I'm
Yeah.
just like, I wonder what else they have in this section. And then I get back home and I'm like, I forgot the thing that I set out to get. But anyway,
Okay.
You just
getting
let the store
interrupted in the
speak to
flow
you.
state versus going to the store, getting back
Forgetting.
and forgetting the main reason.
Okay. Here
Mm,
we go. 3, 2, 1.
flow.
Forgetting an ingredient.
Yeah, I could have
Oh,
gone either
man.
way on that one.
I'm actually gonna go flow state on this one. This one, because I think it is so hard for me to get into the flow state.
Yeah.
It irks me so much when someone, especially when it's like not an important thing that they're
Honestly,
asking me to do, and they're just like, "Hey, can you come help me move this?" And I'm just like, "Yeah, I can."
honestly, Adam, being a fellow ADD person, the person
Mhm.
who ruins the flow state the most is myself. So
Yeah, that's fair.
it's
That's
kind of
fair.
tough.
But I think that's the point though, is that when you're in the flow state, when you're in the flow state,
Yeah, you're
like
just cruising. Yeah,
it doesn't really get ruined, or else that's not really like the
I
flow.
know.
I don't know. So, yeah.
Both
Okay.
both tough.
Anyway.
No, I have to. I mean, granted, like I will grocery shop intermittently, but like when I do my big grocery shopping for like once every 3 or 4 weeks,
Mhm.
like I have to have a list or I will forget
Mm.
stuff, and then I'm like,
Mm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Even though it's not that inconvenient, it's just like, what am I doing here? Can
I
just get it together, Nate?
I think it's literally every time I'm in the store, I forget something. You know what's been really good for that is Chat GPT. They have the voice mode where I can just like list
Mm,
things off, and
Oh,
then it will
cool.
like make the list for me because it gets like really cumbersome to like type out an entire shopping list. So it's nice to just like be like, I need this, I need this, I need this, and then it can like compile it
Do you
into a
remember when
list.
Siri was like the purpose of Siri?
Yeah, I don't, but
When they used to advertise all the time, it's like, "Hey Siri, set a
and
reminder
then
for
Siri
me."
wait, you guys
I
don't do
don't
that?
Now
understand.
nobody uses Siri. Do
Siri,
you?
I do. Yeah, I'm
Oh.
always asking Siri to set timers or
I set
to
timers with
Oh,
Siri.
I never use
reminders,
That's
Siri.
about all I
or
do.
I literally like if I need to cancel like a 1 month free trial, I just say, "Hey, Siri, cancel or remind me to
Oh,
cancel
that's
this in 30
smart.
days."
That's smart. Next up, we have when you're trying to give someone a compliment so you can feel like a nice and good person, but they are consistently trying to invalidate your compliment. Just
Okay.
someone that can't take a compliment
Yeah.
Mhm.
versus getting left on red when you need a time-sensitive answer and being forced to send a second pushy text.
Oof.
Ooh, both of those are terrible.
Every time the second one happens, it's just karma because I'm the worst
Mm-hmm.
sometimes.
Mm,
But
yeah.
oh man, it does grind my gears.
Yeah, you are not a time-sensitive
Punctual.
text person,
Yeah.
I would
I
say.
know. I know.
I have my watch, which has been really good about like my texting. There are some times where I will see it and then I forget that I see
Yeah,
it.
right.
Mhm.
And yeah, but for the most part, I think I'm pretty good about it.
And what was the
Okay,
first
let's
one?
vote. What was
People that can't take a compliment. When you
Mm.
want to feel good about giving a compliment and then they just won't like they're
Take
just
it,
like,
yeah.
"Oh, no, like this isn't right. You're wrong about this."
Okay.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. People
Can't
who
take a
can't take a
compliment.
compliment.
Oh,
Finally,
that's good.
Nate. Jeez.
That's
We're
good,
there.
yeah.
We are.
That was another tough
Eh,
one because I don't know. I get it if people don't text back, but if it's a
Mhm.
time sensitive thing,
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
oh man, it's
Especially
just
when
like
they're like they know like that you're like they know they're like
Yeah,
expecting
they
you to
know what it
be-
is. Yeah.
Not when it's like out of the blue, but when it's like, oh, I needed you available to like help me with this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Double-edged sword texting.
drives me nuts. Yeah, people that can't take a compliment, like compliments are for the people giving the compliments. And so now anytime someone gives me a compliment, I'm just like, oh, thanks. You know, because I think it does like mean more to them if you just are just like, oh, thank you. I acknowledge that you're trying to say something nice to me, even if I don't agree with it, which I hate myself, so I never am. But but like even when you don't agree with it, I'm just like, oh, thank you. I can see you're trying to be like nice and like you know. So yeah, drives me nuts. Okay, last one of round one. Playing a sport and nobody is trying to win or keep score, and you feel insane trying to institute order in the game by consistently shouting the score, and nobody acknowledges you or the score.
Wow, Adam, you just saw into my soul.
That was forever my battle in freaking volleyball. And I feel like people like
they just don't care.
Michelle, and I would always be like, she's not trying to keep the score, and I know it.
Oh man.
And that is up
I would
against
get so mad.
being the group organizer, so it always feels like you're begging people to hang out. So when you're if you're the person in your group that is always trying to get things together and nobody ever is like people are just, you know, not answering time sensitive texts, or like people are like, you know,
Adam, we are just cut from the
begging,
same cloth, dude.
Begging people to come and hang out with you, and it just feels bad.
Oh
okay,
man.
Here we go. 3, 2, 1.
Keeping score.
Not keeping score.
Yeah.
It's a good one, you guys.
Oh my gosh.
I'm glad.
Remember how mad I used to get, Adam? I feel like I would have conversations about it. I was so angry.
I do hate it so much because it's just like,
we're not playing for leisure. We're playing to win.
No, that's why somebody I would always respond is people are just like, we're just playing for fun. And I was like, winning is fun.
Never just playing for fun.
That became my default. Winning is fun,
thing.
And they're like,
okay. When you're just like, hey, like, what's the score? And people are like, I don't think we're really keeping score. And I'm like, then what
I don't want to be here.
And then like,
Me too.
Or like, especially in volleyball when you're playing and people are like, oh, that was out, and I'm like, why do I care if it's out? Like,
I know.
If it goes out, nothing happens. There's no consequence to the game we're playing.
I feel that angry, Adam.
And then
I feel
I'm just
that
like,
angry about
I'm
it.
there with a bunch of people that are just, quote unquote, messing around.
I know.
And I'm like shouting out the score every point, and just like, there's nothing. Like, I'm getting nothing from anybody. People are just like not acknowledging me at all.
And then it's like you're halfway into the game, and you don't say the score, and people are like, oh, where are we at? And you're like, oh, okay. Yeah. Now you want me.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 15-14 for those who are wondering.
Hey, this episode concept is really...
we should all play volleyball.
This episode concept is a really good idea, and we're all feeling really good, and we're going to go on a break just for no other reason. We're just going to cool off a little bit, and we'll be right back, I guess. Woo! Oh, and welcome back to our fighting round, where we don't explain things. Starting with number 1, getting interrupted mid-answer with something unrelated to what you were talking about by the person who asked you the question, versus when someone steals your song while you're singing it.
Okay.
Same vein here.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Song stealing.
Stealing a song.
Ah, man.
Yes.
Song stealing. We are music lovers, you guys.
We are music lovers.
Yeah. I can't explain
we
it.
don't like people to ruin our music.
That's right.
It's
all about
so frustrating when you're, especially when it's the good part of the song, when you're like, oh, I'm about to kill it right here.
Yeah.
It's the Alicia Keys Roses moment. And then someone just chimes in right before you get to it.
And they say the wrong lyric, and you're just like...
Gonna lose my mind today. Okay. Blood pressure through the roof right now. Okay. Next up, we have open mouth chewing versus going really far out of your way to do something for someone and they don't make a big deal about it.
Okay.
Shoot. Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Open mouth
Not
chewing.
making a big deal.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Thought that might be the case.
I hate both of these things. I think I have
do
to go
too.
with. I think I have to
Doing
go
something
with
nice.
going really far out
Yeah.
of your way to do something, because it's just like something that I can't do anything about. Like open mouth chewing, I can leave the room, I can put headphones in, I can do
Yeah,
whatever.
I do relate to the doing something nice and not,
But
and that used to really get to me, and then
yeah,
I just realized, like you said, Adam, it's one of those things I just can't control, and so I'm just like,
yeah.
I know I did something good.
I have gotten like a little bit of
But
a
it is tough.
cynicism shell with it, where I'm just like, whatever. I'm just trying not to expect anything.
Yeah.
But I always expect,
I
I'm
know.
always like, this
It's
time
like
it'll
a
be.
birthday. Man,
I'm like,
it's like,
yeah,
I'll be fine if no one does anything, and then no one does anything.
I
You're
know.
like,
I'm always like, I
I'll
think
be
this
I'll be
time
fine,
it'll
I'll
be
be fine.
different because
Yes.
I'm really putting in a lot of effort here, and they're gonna recognize that. And then, and I think part of that too is it's hard for people to see like what you had to go through, and you can't
exactly,
tell them
yeah.
without being like, hey,
wow,
like,
this took me 4 hours.
yeah, this was actually this sucked to do, but
Yeah.
so that's tough. But
Yeah.
it just really bothers me when people just don't show you like the bare minimum amount of gratitude, you know?
Yes.
Ugh. Drives me. Okay.
Relatable.
Next up, being excited about something you made or did and show it to the friend under the guise of feedback, and they only give you criticism.
Yes.
Versus getting asked to do something while you're in the flow state.
Okay.
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Criticism.
Wow. Okay.
We really
I
are
honestly
fighting
thought
right
the
now.
other one was going to go further. Do you guys have a lot of those types of things that you're like presenting things for people to give you feedback on?
Oh, yeah.
Or, yeah, I feel like that's something that
I think
happens
us
to me a lot.
music people.
Yeah,
or...
music. I like to write too, so I submit my
yeah.
stuff for like peer review a lot, and I don't know, or even like building cabinets or like anything where I'm just like, I don't know. I just
check this
would've
out,
liked
and it's just like,
some nice.
oh, is it done?
things about it.
And you're like,
Yeah, or they're just like, I've done that before where I've sent someone a cabinet that I've built, and they've been like, I don't really like that color, and I'm like, okay, well, I wasn't in charge of the color. I was building it for a customer, but like,
that's the first thing they
that's
say.
pretty nice, right? You know? Okay.
Yeah, got you.
That's funny.
Okay, and the last one, round 2. When you're trying to give someone a compliment so you can feel like a nice and good person, but they are consistently trying to invalidate your compliment.
Okay.
Versus, this one's so long, playing a sport and nobody is trying to win or keep score, and you feel insane trying to institute order in the game by consistently shouting the score, and nobody acknowledges you or the score. I feel like George Costanza reading that
I've
one.
already lost track.
People invalidating your compliment versus
okay,
having to enforce the score.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. Enforcing the score.
Yeah.
It's I agree with that.
And
one.
I can only refer back right now to volleyball. Like I've never been more like.
I associate it with volleyball. I think
I do it. Yeah, with volleyball, because I feel like
yeah.
So many times when we get together to play, people are on such different levels.
Yeah.
And everyone's just like, oh, we're just playing for a good time. And I'm like,
you're never playing.
Here's the other thing is that there's
or
no
pickleball. So many
there's
things.
no end point if you do that. Like
no.
if people are just like
I agree.
Playing, like you can't just like
or if people are waiting on the side, it's just like we'll switch out sometime.
and then it's like Oh, but the other thing is like, why am I even like? How hard am I supposed to play right now?
Yes.
Like, because people get mad at you if you get it like when it's going out, and it's like, but if our goal is to just keep the volley going and have fun, like, why do I even care if it's about to go out? Like,
Yeah.
Right.
and then like, why am I not just hitting it as hard as I can at the net, not caring if it flies out of bounds? I mean, I'm having
And then the
fun
funny
just
thing is-
whacking that ball and watching everyone chase it. Like,
I just
ugh.
feel like if you were to say, I'm so glad that I have my people here, because if I was to say any of these things out loud, people would be like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"No,
Yeah.
I'm
And
not
obviously,
okay."
obviously, I don't get this mad about it in person, right? I don't
Right.
show this,
No,
but
no, not
I'm
at
just like,
all.
why does nobody care about the score? Like, this is the whole point. This is the whole point.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Winning is fun.
We are
Yeah,
in
I agree.
round 4.
As a gold medalist, I agree, you guys. Yeah. Winning matters, okay?
Yeah.
Or we're in round 3, actually.
just
This is
lifting
the
for fun.
semifinals.
Yeah.
When someone steals your song while you're singing it versus going really far out of your way to do something for someone and they don't make a big deal about it.
Okay. I'm locked in.
Okay. 3, 2, 1.
Going out of your way.
Out of your way.
Okay, yeah. I think as far as like pet peeves, the first one might have been like my number one, like just like it's
The song
like,
stealing?
unfulfillment. Yeah, it
Yeah,
is
yeah, yeah.
something that I literally have to stop myself from saying.
Yeah,
something.
yeah.
It's like it's something that's so small. Like this is something that I consider a pet peeve. Like where I'm like,
Yeah.
this is not like
A
life
real
alternately.
deal
Like
breaker.
I'm gonna feel bad about this for hours, but it is something that grates me so hard that I literally have to like take a breath
deep
as
breath.
it happens.
Yeah,
because
no,
I'm just
100%.
like, oh, nobody's gonna be like, oh, I'm sorry about this, you know? Like nobody's
Right.
gonna apologize for
No.
stealing my song. But it does like I was in a groove and I just wanted to sing this song and now I
Yep.
can't because you're already
Yep.
singing the next line
Yep.
and like I can't just like resume where I was because anyway. I'm getting really worked up. I don't know if you guys could tell.
No, not at all.
Okay. I said this, but this feels real George Costanza-esque, what we're doing right now. Where
It
I'm just
does, yeah.
feeling like,
He would make
Jerry!
lists, yeah.
Okay. Next up. Being excited about something you made or did and showing it to a friend under the guise of feedback, and they only give you criticism versus the playing the sport and doing the score
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
It's a long one.
That's tough.
This is kind of interesting because like when we're doing these for Fighting Favorites, the normal episodes, I get a much different feeling for each one, but this one I can like I feel like I can track it better by like which one makes my blood boil a little bit. Like,
Right.
as I'm like thinking about them, I'm like, oh, like I immedially feel which one
Have a
bothers me more.
reaction.
Yeah. Where the other thing, I'm like, oh, this is like it's a lot more like calming, and I'm just like, which one?
Yeah.
But this
Both are
one, I
pleasant, yeah.
it feels a lot sharper. Where I'm like, I know exactly where I'm going on this one. But
And I think I
anyway.
do too. You locked in,
Okay,
Stace?
here we go.
Versus
3,
feedback.
2, 1.
Scorekeeping.
Not calling the score.
Yeah. And that was what I was thinking. I was like, this one, the other one I feel bad about. The scorekeeping one makes me like my shoulders go up to my freaking ears.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, the other one, what's funny is like I've just learned not to show things to people. Or I get to know them enough to where I feel like, oh, I can trust them.
You know, that's the other thing is generally if you're playing something like volleyball or something, for the most part, you're going to be playing with a lot of people you might not know. Super well, because
totally.
there's like 12 people playing, you know, at a time. And so like, it's not like these are like 12 of your closest friends or 11 of your closest friends that you're playing.
All 11 of them.
But it's like, so I feel like a lot of the time I'm like a bit of an outsider when I go to these, and I can't like communicate that.
No,
and
no,
then
not at all.
When I get mad about it, then I shut up and I'm just silent
Yep.
and I'm not fun. And
Fun,
so
yes.
and I
Again,
have
kindred
no friends
spirit here,
because of this.
Right.
I could
This is
not
actually
relate
something
more.
that happened this year that I was doing that I was like, I feel insane right now.
This is costing
I
me
feel
friends.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the funny thing was my sister was there and she was doing the same thing that I was doing, where she was just like,
okay,
what's
good.
the score?
Honey.
Okay. The finals. We
Okay.
have going really far out of your way to do something for someone and they don't make a big deal about it. Versus playing a sport and nobody is trying to win or keep score and you feel insane trying to institute order in the game by consistently shouting the score and nobody acknowledges you or the score.
Oh my gosh.
I just have
It's
fun reading
funny.
that one because I get
Yeah.
madder as I read the sentence.
I'm locked in. It feels weird, but it's like you said, it's just what makes my blood boil more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Keeping
The
score. Yeah.
You know what?
I actually knew when you read that one, it was gonna go to the top for me too.
Yeah.
I was like, that one's going all the
Really?
way.
I felt
into it.
it as I was reading it that I was like, this one feels charged where I'm feeling
With how
insane
long
right
it
now.
was. And
Yeah.
nobody says
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, yeah.
And you feel insane.
Yeah, I mean, I honestly agree. This is a good
Wow.
winner. I think the song stealing is
That
like
was another one that
it's a
really
big
I can
like
like
pet peeve of mine, but
pin both of those to memories where I was about to lose my mind.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah. The
I
song
will fight you if you interrupt my song
Yeah.
one more time.
I think one of them does like I think this one makes me more upset because it's happening over a longer period
Oh
of
yes.
time.
And then
The
your time
song
feels
stealer
wasted. Yes.
the song stealer happens to me more consistently where I'm like,
Oh, okay.
oh, stop it. Stop doing
Yeah.
that.
Stop.
Yeah.
Like I don't mind if someone picks it up after I take a long break in singing it. If I stop singing and then someone's like, "Oh, now it's in my head, I'm singing it." But
Yeah.
as you're singing it, insane. What an insane move.
It's so
Oh my
funny.
gosh.
I like again, I feel validated in the fact that
Mhm.
you guys feel similarly, but it's so funny going through this episode and being like, man, these are things we genuinely feel. Like, I don't know why that makes me feel. I'm like, why do I feel so strongly about these things?
Yeah, it really is.
Why can't
And I
humans
think
just let things go?
I honestly think this is honestly a more marketable
Yeah,
Oh,
people are
man.
gonna relate. Yeah.
yeah, I
it's
think this
so
is
true.
definitely one of our most marketable episodes because I think people can
Yes.
relate to these things and it does get a stronger reaction.
It
Where
does.
I don't want to change
Kind of
the
bums me out
concept.
a little bit.
It does get me more riled up and it gives me a stronger reaction. And that's
Oh,
why,
man.
yeah. Oh, man. Well, whew, I
Whew.
feel relief though now that it's over. Now that I
Yeah,
got my
good.
chance to vent,
Yeah.
I almost feel
Yeah.
better. And you know what? I might just head on over to Stace Face's Instagram,
You might,
StaceFace886,
yes.
just because I'm feeling so relieved now that I just want to keep the
Yes.
good times going. You know,
That's right.
StaceFace886, all your gold medalist related
Yes.
content.
You guys.
And
If you too want to be a gold medalist, you'll follow me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Or you can also follow health coach Stacy G.
You can.
Stacy G's been helping me out recently with a little bit of
I
health
have,
coaching.
yeah.
So
Heck
yeah. But if I don't get strong and lean, that's my fault, not
That
hers.
good.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you, Adam,
Sure,
for
sure.
That's on
accepting
me
accountability.
for sure.
Yes.
You could also follow at the Nate Van. Lots of exciting things coming up here. I'm
Okay,
sure.
yeah, coming up.
Music.
Sure, sure.
You got projects, irons in the fire, as they say.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're burning.
Yeah. And you can also follow Fighting Favorites to get all your Fighting Favorites related content.
Yes, you can.
And you can also follow me at CAdamR. I think I'm going to also be trying to release a couple project things this year.
Very
Releasing
cool.
a couple songs. I've been really wanting to do some covers once I start feeling better. Just releasing those on my stories just for kicks. So you can go over there and check that out. Is there anything else you guys want to plug or promote? Okay.
No.
Well, great. Well, we
Just
talked about.
I was just gonna say you can think about your pet peeves in this episode, but maybe go listen to another episode where you hear some favorite things that are a little more pleasant.
Go calm down with another episode of Fighting Favorites that's a little bit better. Well, we talked about a lot of my least favorite things today, but you know what my least favorite thing is?
Adam, wasn't there something else you were? Oh, sorry. Am I interrupting?
Yeah, you actually did. And
I was waiting for him to sing a song, and I was about to interrupt.
I was in the flow state, Nate, actually, and you just took me out of it. We'll see you next time.
Bye.
Jerry! Tell your friends about our show. Whew. Just wanted to get that in before you turned off the episode. Just turn to someone nearby and play a little game called Have You Ever Listened to Fighting Favorites? And a couple weeks pass, and before you know it, you're both just laughing and gabbing away about the latest episode. What I'm really offering is a chance to emotionally connect with that person. You're welcome. Also, please submit your favorite things to fightingfavorites@gmail.com. You could give us one thing, a whole list, and we'll put it on our show. Also, go ahead and follow us on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, pretty much anywhere you are doing social media these days. And you can follow us on Reddit too, at r/fightingfavorites, and have discussions with other people about the podcast or just about some of your favorite things. And while you've got your phone out, go ahead and follow us on your podcast app, and you can get the episode directly downloaded into your feed. Leave us a review on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Podcasts, and if you write a review on Apple Podcasts, be sure to include your favorite thing in the review, and we'll see if it has what it takes to battle it out against other people's favorite things on our Fighting Fridays poll. That's it. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you next time.